Mm. What is up, you guys? It's the Fallout What If here. Today I'm going to be doing the What If. Well, what if Deku was the god of war? Now, where we last left off, Deku was fighting Stain, and Stain lost, but Stain has a new appreciation for Deku in some aspects, dealing with hero stuff. Because Deku, deep down, he does like being a hero, but he didn't care at that moment about anything but just having his, technically having his friend surviving an attack. And not only that, helping the other hero, still stay alive. That was pretty much his thing. And Stain can understand that even if you hurt the villain and you do it out of anger at times, yeah, sure, that isn't what a good hero would do. But Deku's not a hero yet, he's just a student. So, Stain pretty much understands that, and he might come back one day. He may not. I don't know where to fit him in at that moment. But in any other case, we get to the point where Deku fights, no, not Deku fights. After all that happened, Deku goes to school, like, after those couple of days, and they were asking Deku, does he have a hero name yet? Deku says he doesn't have one at the moment. And yeah, I usually don't talk about names, but I feel like for the God of War Deku, a name's gotta be given, and I found the perfect name. But you'll see that soon. So, while everything is happening, we get to the whole point where Deku and the others have to go shopping. And while they're going shopping, we meet Shigaraki. And Shigaraki, does the thing that he does in canon, but this time, Deku allows him to do this. And if you guys think, why would he allow him to do this? Well, first of all, if he really wanted to, he would have, the moment he would have felt something, if he would have felt his neck, become, disintegrated even a tiny bit, he would have just sparked on his, power and then just, push him away by sheer force. And not only that, Shigaraki isn't just, a weakling in his own sense, like in Season 2, but he is still kind of, childish in his own way. Now, Deku, the second reason why this is happening is because Deku wants to know why and where can he find, the All-Father himself, which is actually pretty funny when you think about One for All and the All-Father. I just like that. I just like the way the wording is, just a bit. So anyway, while Deku goes down, and, he's being walked with Shigaraki, Shigaraki says, well, isn't it funny how I caught you, and your life could be gone if I just put my fifth finger on you. And Deku says, the only reason why you have me in your grasp is because I'm letting you, and I do not understand why you're doing this. But at the same time, I understand you're a villain. So, all I just want to know is, why? Shigaraki now tries to explain, about Stain and all that stuff. And, he's pretty much the same Shigaraki in minor details. But, Shigaraki is different in some cases because of the All-Father, and how he works and all that stuff. And here's the thing. Shigaraki tells him the same thing, but Deku says Shigaraki is an honorable man. I mean, not Shigaraki. Stain is an honorable man. And if you didn't understand, the question is, why was Stain praised by a lot of people? Well, by people, while Shigaraki wasn't. And Deku's answer to that was because he had more honor than Shigaraki. You see, Shigaraki doesn't understand this, but Deku explains in further detail that a man who's actually willing to fight for something that he truly believes in and he understands isn't actually for the destruction of mankind, but for the benefit of mankind, people can sometimes agree with that. That doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, but with Shigaraki, he has no honor in what he does. All he just does is destroy something, and boom, that's it for him. But with Stain, he sends out a message to fake heroes, or at least to heroes that he understands to be, bad, or to be dirty, or to be corrupted by, by money and politics and everything else like that. That's what Stain stands for. But all Shigaraki stands for, he actually doesn't stand for much, to be honest. So, because of that, Shigaraki is upset by Deku's comment. But at the same time, it doesn't actually affect him. I mean, well, Deku isn't affected by Shigaraki's words. So, while this is happening, instead of Uraraka, it's, Toga. And Toga says hi to Deku and to his new friend, which, once she realizes what's happening, she's putting her hands in her pockets, because she really wants to stab him now for doing this to Deku. But Deku says, it's gonna be alright. I'm just talking to my friend. Why don't you go back? And she says, no, I think I'll be staying right here. And Deku looks at her, saying, I insist. Please, why don't you just go back? And Toga is actually getting the hint. Because either A, he's gonna leave soon, or B, he's gonna kill him. Which she doesn't want B to happen because she wants to do the killing. But either way, Deku just, convinces her to leave. And she leaves. Angrily, though. So, after that, Deku is, Deku is going, how do I say it? Deku is going to be, he's going to be released. Because he wants, he wants to fight, Deku, but Shigaraki is told already by, All For One, or Odin, or All Father. He wants to technically fight Deku by himself. So it will be alright. And Deku says, Shigaraki. And Shigaraki looks behind him, and he says, what is it? And Deku says, you may think what you're doing is the right thing. And I understand that. But the person that's leading you is hurting you. Just remember one thing. If you go down this path, you'll feel nothing more than just pain and sorrow in the end. And if feeling that pain and sorrow makes you happy, then alright. But if it doesn't, become a good person. Because I don't want to kill you, to be honest. I'm hoping for you to be good one day. But until that time comes, you're going to be still my enemy. You're still going to be my enemy. And Deku has the resolve now to keep that word. Whether he changes Shigaraki or not, Deku's going to be standing tall now. And sure, he may not be 100% like, oh, I'm the god of war and everything, but it's in minor increments. So he's willing to do stuff now, like, more than he was beforehand. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So, now we go on to, well, the UA high school, and Deku realizes what his name should be, and he says it in another language, Arkashita. If you don't know what Arkashita means, it means Spartan King, and he tells the class that he is technically the king of Spartans. He's technically a king among kings now, if we're going there, but Deku decides not to talk about it all the time. But hold on here. Anyway, so while this is happening, Deku says, "All right, I'm willing to understand that I need to be stronger in my own way, and if it means going down the path of, my predecessor, then I have to do it, and I have to fight my own ways and my own battles, because the person who I'm going to be fighting is Odin himself." And he says this part like to himself a bit, because he really doesn't want to he really doesn't want anybody to get involved with All For One at all. So pretty much that's gonna happen. Give me a second here. Anyway, so when Deku goes around and tries to train, because after the whole incident, he does have to talk to other people or different police because of what happened. And with Deku trying to with him training and all that stuff, he's kind of stuck. And what I mean by stuck is that he really doesn't know what to do. Sure, he's training, but his training is just meaningless right now. He really wants to hold back his power. He just feels lonely now. After talking about all of that, he feels that loneliness, that he wants to be with his other family, but he knows it can never be. He wishes that he had somebody to rely on. But then he keeps thinking back to his friends and his family. Deku goes back to his house, and Mitsuki's there. And this is when Deku talks to Mitsuki about everything, and she says it's okay. They don't have to get into your head. If any time you feel scared, talk to me. Because no matter what, I won't abandon you. Because you are somebody that I care about deeply. And Deku unknowingly gives her a hug, and by this point, Deku may be shorter than her, but it was almost as if she was hugged by a real man. And if you guys know where I'm going with this, she kind of has a soft spot for Deku, and a soft spot to give to Deku, but that'll be for a later time. And she goes around speaking with her, her daughter, and saying, "You're a lucky man, Karaki. You have somebody who, well, not a good man. You have a good brother. He's willing to help me out in any situation, and willing to help out you and your brother and your other sister. And it's a good thing." She's trying to get her to basically give Deku some kind of talking, to get her to talk to Deku a little bit more. Even though she talks to him, I guess she wants Deku to be, okay, hold on. She wants Katsuki to talk to Deku a little bit more, because he is lonely at the moment. And Deku is trying to, do what he usually does. But now that he knows that talking to him makes him better, she's going to do that to Deku. She's going to be more attentive and, be more there for him. So after a while, Deku does go and talk to Katsuki. Well, no, Katsuki goes and talks to Deku, which Deku is pretty much, he's basically shirtless. And Deku being shirtless makes Katsuki flush a little bit. And while talking to her, she's trying to get into her head, saying, "I need to talk to him." And she basically falls and slips onto Deku. But she basically lands on him. Deku catches her, and with the pheromones and everything, as Disney once quoted, "In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight." And basically, these two kiss. Well, she kisses him. And while this is happening, Deku, even though he doesn't need this, he needs it a lot. Deku feels a surge of just pleasure. Or, how should I say it? He feels more... this is kind of a hard thing. Okay, so Deku feels like a wave of relief. He doesn't have to worry about anything at that moment. He feels just fine. He doesn't have to worry about anything else. And Deku just wants to lie down and forget everything. And this is when basically these two are breathing heavily. And I'm not going to say how long it's been, but it was morning Deku was talking to Toga at 12, and it's dinner time. God of War has stamina. Heaven forbid the God of War in the game would be too laxed. Now, this is when two people tried to get their attention, but because of the noise, they couldn't hear a thing. So, Mitsuki and Toga and Bakugo actually, go to Deku's room. Why? Because they wanted to celebrate Deku's birthday. Not his birthday. They wanted to celebrate... Well, they wanted to celebrate his courageousness and the fact that technically he is gifted a couple of... he's gifted like a certificate from the Hero Society for him fighting well and being a good hero, because they found out what was happening and they talked to Mitsuki, and Mitsuki is talking to Deku about this. Deku realizes that the door is open and the room is technically sweaty. There's like a clear mist around the air. So they've been working up a sweats, and well, they try to, they open the door, and a bunch of heat came in, and well, Deku showed him the sword of the Olympus, and now Deku is seeing three of his three other family members there. So Deku is just... He's pretty much not screwed, but there's a lot of talking to do. I want to do the short little clip right now, because I'm going to be talking about, the whole muscular versus Deku thing very soon. It's actually going to be today. Probably not today, probably tomorrow, because I'm not going to do my other job. So, yeah. If you want to see the rest of the video, just remember to always like, comment, to subscribe to the channel, and share it with people that you share the video with people, because it helps the channel. It helps out the channel a lot. And not only that, because of my other job, because I'm not working my other job at this week, I'm actually just going to spend time doing what ifs. So there's going to be a little bit more what ifs now. Hopefully, as long as I don't have to go to my other jobs. But anyway, like, comment, to subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout with here. Bye.